Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Alex here, and in today's video it's quite a special video because we're talking about phones and what type of phones I have and what phone I had before. So right now at the current time I'm on a iPhone 13 normal, the normal iPhone 13. This is my regular phone that I use every day. Now before of that I used to use this Samsung Galaxy S10e. It's quite a nice phone, and to be honest, I miss it a lot. I miss this phone a lot for a few reasons, and I'll just compare the phones a little bit before we go ahead and talk about what's on my phone. The reason I liked this a lot is, first of all, the size. It's a bit smaller than the iPhone. It's very grabbable in the hand, and I can just use it and type with one hand at all times. I always liked to use my phone with one hand. That sounds a bit dodgy, but nevertheless, I don't like to be like this. I like to be like this, using my phone with just one hand. One other reason I like this phone a lot, the Samsung Galaxy S10e, is because of the notifications. The notifications are much better on the regular Android phones than on the iPhone. On the iPhone, it's just the pop-up on the icon, but here I have the slide down menu with the notifications way better than the iPhone. One other reason is I can just close all the apps at once. On the iPhone, still you cannot do that. You still cannot close all the apps. You can just swipe on them one by one. But of course, many other things are much better on the iPhone. One of them is the picture quality. Oh yes, indeed. The pictures are very good on the iPhone, much better than on my older Samsung. And the battery life is way better on the iPhone as well. This Samsung Galaxy S10e was terrible if you're talking about the battery life. It was actually really bad. And whenever you have LTE open, I mean 4G or whatever you use, the internet open, it consumes a lot of battery. So yeah. Also, one of the reasons I had to upgrade to an iPhone instead of the Android Samsung was AirDrop. For cabin crew, especially, we going to different layovers, different places. Most of my fellow colleagues, they have an iPhone, so that makes it much easier. If they do the photos in those layovers, in those places, they can just AirDrop me very easily whilst on the iPhone. But with Samsung, you know, it's quite bad because you have to get the photos on WhatsApp and it's not the same quality. We transfer on those photos, but it takes a long time and it's complicated, and AirDrop is just instant. So from this perspective, AirDrop is much better, and I really enjoy this feature on the iPhone. Yes, indeed. Now, one more thing that iPhone does it better than the Android was and is actually the app integration and the app responsiveness. You know, apps, they seem to be more streamlined for iOS than for the Android. So, you know, it's just an overall a better experience when we talking about apps, you know, from the App Store instead of the Play Store. One thing I don't like about those iPhones, especially the 13, the 14, you know, same kind of thing, is the new style. It's very square, and that makes it quite bad when you hold it in the hand. Even worse if you have a case on it. It's just bulky and feels like a brick. Whereas the Samsung feels so smooth on the edges, and it's just a pleasure to grab it. That's what she said. Anyways, so yes, I am an iOS user at the moment, an iPhone user, and probably I'm gonna stick with it for a while. And I'm using as well an iPad. So my iPad purchase was recent. I wanted to have it just, you know, in order to carry it with me in layovers. It's much better than my bulky Lenovo Legion laptop. And I wouldn't go the Apple route for a laptop just because I need Windows to game every once in a while. But now let's go and talk about what's on my iPhone, ladies and gents. Let's see. So we're gonna start it now. This is my iPhone screen. This is what's on the main page. We have the weather, we have the screen time, which is quite bad already for today. And then we have clock. I usually use this for alarms a lot, of course, and world clock to see different places. Obviously, this is very useful. I used to have this on my Samsung as well, of course. And then timer for how much time I boil my eggs in the morning. All right, and then we have calendar, weather app, Abu Dhabi, sunshine, of course, as always. And then the App Store, Gmail, Google Maps. Those are my most used apps. So this on the front page is my most used apps. The wallet, of course, right here for the payments, you know, whatever payments I do, there's the wallet over there. I usually use Apple Pay a lot. I used to use Samsung Pay as well quite a lot. Safari for my browser. Then we have files here, just for my files. Google Keep, this is for notes. Basically, any notes I take, I use Google Keep. Apple has its own notes app, but I don't really use that much. I prefer to have Google Keep. And then we have this folder right here, which is flying. So those are some apps that I use for my job. Skycrew, that's for my roster. eCrew, that's for my roster. Power Apps, that's for Etihad. And Flight Radar, everybody knows Flight Radar, right? It's very, it can be very addictive, especially when you have planes flying on top of your head. You just check what kind of flight is that, where does it come from, what aircraft is it. It's basically an app for aviation geeks, if you want to call it this way. So yeah, this is it here. This is my place. Outlook, of course, that's for work. That's for my work emails. You see there 115. Don't worry about it. It's not too bad. I check my emails. All right, now here on the right hand side we have the social. So this is my social media folder, and some apps here I use, some of them I don't use. So TikTok right here, I use it sometimes, especially when I post something. Usually I enter TikTok, I post a video, and then I exit. I don't sit, I don't scroll. I never scroll TikTok. I'm not one of those scrollers, but I post my content and then I leave the app basically. So yeah, this is my TikTok in case anybody wants to follow me over here. Now, let's carry on. Instagram, this is my profile, of course. Currently 65,000 followers, quite a lot, and I get new followers every single day. I don't have notifications enabled for TikTok or Instagram or any of those apps because it just gets to a lot of notifications and I cannot be bothered to go through my notifications. I will just check what's new every now and then I'll post my content. A lot of cabin crew content, a lot of layovers, a lot of stuff happening over here on my Instagram, so check it out if you haven't yet. But I believe most of you following my channel already checked this out. All right, so WhatsApp, Facebook, Zoom. I use Zoom with my parents, talking back and forth, making Zoom calls to home. Now, WhatsApp is very popular in the UAE. Everybody uses WhatsApp here, so you cannot live without WhatsApp. Reddit, I don't really use it. YouTube, I use it every day. I'm a video podcast kind of guy. I'm watching a lot of podcasts constantly, and that takes a lot of my time. I like to find out different things, different perspectives from different people, and that's why I always have a podcast in the background. I just leave my phone with a podcast on YouTube, and that's that. Messenger, that's for Facebook. Line, I never used that. I think I used it once in Thailand, I think. I'm not really sure. Buy Me a Coffee. That is an app that you can support your favorite creators. I use this app. I have donations sometimes on this app. You know, people want to donate or something. And I used to do video calls with my subscribers on this app, but I'm not doing that anymore as of now. But we don't know what will happen in the future. Maybe I will do it again. Twitter. I usually use Twitter to find out what's Elon Musk doing nowadays. So that's what I'm using Twitter for. All right, this content folder right here, ladies and gents. I'm just using those apps. Example, top right, this is YouTube Studio. Here I check my stats and how I'm doing on YouTube. Very useful. Canva, this is for thumbnails and a lot of stuff. I use this usually on my desktop and not on my phone, but it's very useful. It's a very useful app, definitely. Okay, Lightroom, I use this for photos. This is my primary photo editing app. And I think it's the best, to be honest. You know, Adobe Lightroom, I use that on the desktop as well, but on the phone it's very intuitive and very simple to use. Yeah, definitely. All right, and then we have PixArt, Bestcam. Those are some of the video shooting apps that I use, and also CapCut. This is what I use if I want to edit some reels or some projects or something light on my phone just to post on social media. So this is very good. I think CapCut is one of the best apps when it comes to video editing and posting on social media. It can export on 4K. For example, I made this video about Invisalign here. Everything was made in this app on my phone. So yeah, quite intuitive, quite intuitive. Smart light, I use this for my lights at home. I have 2 smart lamps in my room. One of them is that one over there in the background, if you can see it. So yeah, those are some of the apps I use here. Tidal, this is for music. So this is for music. This is basically replacing Spotify. I don't use Spotify nowadays, I use Tidal. It's better, higher quality music. And if I'm listening to something really good with those headphones, you know, it's amazing. I have those headphones and I have a DAC amp right here coming out from those headphones, and you can really feel the sound difference. So a good app and a good pair of headphones, obviously you will have good sound coming from it. Settings, you know, just the settings over here, nothing too distracting. On the next page, contacts, books, just some normal Apple stuff. Currency, I use this a lot, especially in my layover. As you can see right now, I was in Sri Lanka, so I have the currency app of Sri Lanka displayed because that's what I use. So yeah, really useful. I always need the currency app, and that works offline. I don't have to be online for that, which is very good. Calculator, just in case my brain cannot compute some things. And then we have utilities, just some Apple stuff, games, just I don't even play on my phone. I like to play on my PC. So yeah, eToro, Gold Life, BitOasis, those are some apps I use for investing. BitOasis, guys, is my primary go-to app when it comes to crypto. I have most of my crypto on BitOasis, which is a very good cryptocurrency exchange based in the Middle East. So if you're in the Middle East, I recommend using this app. You know, I used it for a long time. I mean, the platform of BitOasis. Then some stuff from Abu Dhabi. Al Hosn app, we no longer use it, but Etisalat and UAE Pass, some other things, I use it. Amazon, oh my God, I'm ordering too much on Amazon sometimes. Most of the things in my room, including this microphone that I'm talking to, is from Amazon, Amazon UAE. Very useful app. I have some food apps over here. SoundCloud, Spotify, they're still over here. And then Booking, obviously, if you want to book a place, you just use Booking. WeTransfer, in case you want to transfer files. Reminders, that's from Apple. I don't really use it. Splitwise, and this is my bank, Emirates Islamic. Steam is for gaming, of course. I am a Counter-Strike player, ladies and gents, and sometimes I need the Steam app just to authenticate some purchase on Steam or something. Anyways, I'm a Counter-Strike player. I'm quite good. I mean, I'm not too bad, and I really enjoy playing with my friends sometimes, every now and then. So that's one of the things I do in my days off, apart from making these videos, obviously. And then Rumble, that's also a social media similar to YouTube, let's say. Now on the next page, we have the clock here. As you can see up top, this is a clock widget, and I have Abu Dhabi, Bangkok. I don't know why Bangkok, I didn't fly to Bangkok for a long time. Bucharest and Budapest. I just been to Budapest in my last vacation, and it's just hanging out there. Anyway, some more apps over here. Shazam, this app is for music. Speed test, this is for internet to see what kind of speeds I get. Marine traffic. Now, this is similar to Flight Radar 24, but this is with the ships. So if I want to search a ship, it will just show me what kind of ship it is and where is it going and stuff like that. I used it once to find out what cruise ship was in front of me in Dubai, like whatever. I was just curious. Interval timer, D reminder, this is for vitamin D to see when is the optimal time to sit in the sun, stuff like that. And Wallcraft, this is for wallpapers. And then you have Netflix. I don't really use Netflix on my phone. I use it on my PC or on my tablets. Because on the phone, I don't like to just look at this movie like this. Anyway, I don't watch Netflix much nowadays. The quality of the movies nowadays is absolutely appalling. It's an embarrassment, really. The movies that they put out nowadays, it's an embarrassment. But anyways, Just Life, this is to book a cleaning service in Abu Dhabi. I can book it for tomorrow. They'll just come in the place. They'll just clean it for as long as you booked it for. And it's very intuitive. Yeah. Emirates app is just sitting there for just in case I have an Emirates flight to catch. And then that's about it. This is the last page of my apps right here. And there's not much to it, just a couple of apps I don't really use. So yeah, this is what I use, ladies and gents. This is what I use nowadays. Of course, on the bottom, you will see the phone app, the messenger app, and then the photo and the camera app. And of course, I use this a lot and they're just sitting there at all times down there. So basically, this is what's on my phone, ladies and gents. I didn't go too much in depth just for security reasons. This is what I use, and I'm not using that many apps, to be honest. And many apps from here, I have some that I'm using constantly, some others that I just forget about them, and that's it, like the gaming ones. And that's about it for this video as well. Samsung and iPhone. What to do? I still have my Samsung. I haven't sold it yet, by the way. I'm just keeping it maybe as a backup just in case, because the value now, if I sell it, is not much. I'm not getting much value out of it. So please let me know if you enjoyed this video. More videos coming soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe. What do you think about what's on my iPhone? Ladies and gents, until next time. See you guys on the next one.